afternoon. This is the knitting news from Knit Happens Teesside for every Thursday between my last filming and yesterday would have been the 18th of August 2022. Really, I'm grabbing 20 minutes in between other things to do my little report, and the reason I don't get to do them is because I'm just way too busy at the moment. So I will be having a pregnant lady who's going to be a bridesmaid coming to try her dress on that I've altered, but that's another story, isn't it? Anyway, what's been happening at knitting? Well, there's only 2 or 3 of us, or maybe sometimes 4, which is quite good because you can join in all of the conversation and hear all of the conversation that's going on mostly. But it does mean that there's not quite as much to report about. So Andy, when I've seen her over the last couple of weeks, has been knitting brioche again, and she's using a very neutral kind of unbleached colour alongside Lang yarn. I don't know which one, but it's rainbowy, and they just look fantastic together. So when one's changing colour, the other one's remaining the same, but they complement each other perfectly. So that's what she's been doing. She's making a scarf. I think she's kind of stuck on brioche. Jill's been making, well, she's either made a top and she's hunted down some more wool to make the cardigan, but she's hunted down some wool on eBay, and the top and the cardigan both have like a rib section round the waist, but she's been doing, now I don't think it's broomstick lace, it's a stitch that looks a bit like that instead. So she's made one and she's hunted down the yarn and she's making the other to match. So that's quite interesting. And she's also cast on another lace cardigan in lilac that she was looking at last night, but it was a kind of a complicated pattern, as in such there was a yarn over at the end of one row, and then as you started the next row there was another yarn over. I can't say, and her stitch count was wrong. I can't say I've ever knitted anything with a yarn over at the end or at the beginning of a row, so I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, my iron. It turns itself off, so if it's flashing, it's okay, it's not on. What else has everyone else been doing before I start? Well, that's about all we've seen of people, because Fee's not in the country at the moment, she's elsewhere. So this is my Debbie Bliss sideways lace cardigan. It's knitted round. You knit this piece and then you pick up along here and you knit the body, but you also do a bit of the sleeve underneath. Bingo wings. And then you pick up stitches all the way along and you knit this part of the sleeve and do your neck shaping. Same with that, obviously, and similar on the back. So this has only took me about 12 years, and I love it, but it's still too warm to wear it. But I'm just glad that it's been a UFO that was always a UFO and wasn't a UFO, because really I was never going to wear it or was never going to like it. So quite a successful one. I'm not too hot at the moment, so I'm doing quite well. What I've been working on is this shawl, the Eliza shawl by Anniken Allis. Do you find that when you look at knitting online or photographs, they just don't do it justice, a lot of them? I don't know if this will look better on video, but you see this ball of yarn and this pattern have been by my bed for quite a while, and if I get in bed sometimes I'll read, sometimes I'll just pick my ball of shawl up And I've been sitting looking at the pattern and looking at the yarn and thinking, And then she's doing a summer shawl along. I think it's 2 months. I'll no doubt not be finished. Do you know? Oh, I have got a drink. Forgot I'd made one. It's some sort of herbal, whatchamacallit, that's just going to sort me out health-wise completely from top to bottom. And it smells like a spice shop. I don't like fruit teas so much, but goodness knows what's in this one. Hang on, it's a bit hot to slurp. Anyhow, this is Eliza. It's just beautiful. So there's this lace section, and then there's this lace section that's a more open pattern. And I've got beads. Can you see the beads just shining on it? It's really hard to show. It's really hard to do it justice, and I just love all the colours. The colours just blend beautifully. Anyway, that's going quite well. And at some point I'll have the right stitch count and I'll be able to move on to the next. Oh, I must have left my beads downstairs. I'll be able to move on to the next section. And it's kind of like an asymmetric mitered triangle. Might even say on here. It's a sideways, worked sideways into an asymmetrical triangular crescent. Yes, I was nearly there. An interesting beaded Estonian stitch combined with stunning lace makes an elegant accessory. My friend Maggie. Now this is definitely mine. Alert. I hope she doesn't remember that she's requested that I make one for her birthday, which is like in 2 months' time. I was thinking, okay. Don't think she's not going to be going out much, so can you see the colours a bit better there? Anyway, I think that's quite it for now, and I have got another garment that I can show you next week if I manage to do a little video. So more news, maybe next week.